Hello, 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 everyone. Good evening. Hello, Robin, number one. Yes, yes. Aw, girl, I love your avatar. Absolutely. God bless. Number two, Carla. Here we go. Yes. Thank you. Much love. Good to see you, girl. God bless. And number three is, oh, I hope I say this. Hope I say this right. Shani is number three. Hey, PG in chat. Hey, 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 girl. How you doing tonight? God bless. God bless. And Gina is number four. Says, hey, prayer garden. Hey, hey, hey to you. God bless. God bless. Good to see you, girl. Absolutely. Hey, Jam, how you doing? How you doing, Miss Foxy? Hawk, how you doing, sweetie? Lisa, good to see you guys in here tonight. Hey, Joe. Georgia, how you doing? Hey, Pam, what's up, girl? Good to see you in here. Miss Prissy Paws. Bootsy, how you doing? Hey, Prayer Garden. Much love to you, girl. Suzanne, how you doing? Purple Hearts, God bless. God bless. Peas in a pod, how you doing? Pecan waving. We're waving back. Even if you can't see us, I'm serious. I like put up my hand and wave. Hey, Deputy Sheriff, good to see you. Hello, everyone. Pecan waving. We are waving back. Cool Gamer, how you doing? God bless. Oh, I like that. Raindrops. Oh, your avatar is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Hey, girl, that's what I say. Dance in the rain. Dance in the rain. We only live once. Hey, Beth Ann, how you doing, hon? How you doing? It's good to see everybody in here. God bless. I missed you guys. I have missed you. I haven't been gone too long, but I miss you. All in the tanks, how you doing, sweetie? Hey, Dartmouth, how you doing? Says, hey, everyone. Much love to all. Much love to you. God bless. Butterfly Kisses, the legendary. I love that name too, the legendary. That is so cute. Cherished, how you doing? I was worried about you, PG. Hey, God bless. I appreciate you guys caring so much. You guys are beautiful human beings. God bless. Beautiful sunflower, how you doing, sweetie? How you doing? Good to see you in here. Hello, PG Mons in chat. Hello to you. Let me see. Tropicana Banana. Good to see you. Anna, how you doing? How you doing, sweetie? And I'm at the bottom. Yes. I'm at the bottom, y'all. God bless. God bless. I am at the bottom down here. Hey, Roxy, how's it going? Little Dave. Roxy says, at Kathy, much love. Kathy, wherever you are, much love. Good to see you guys in here tonight. Yeah. So for the detail. Well, Quentin Simon's grandmother, Billy Joe, put the house on the market, right? Put the house on the market. It's got quite a few views. And and there's also a virtual tour through the house. She's asking $399,000. So yeah, and it's a pretty big house. Um, would I pay that kind of money? Mm, knowing the history? No. Right? I don't think so. Um, but that's what she's asking. And and she might get it. I mean, you know, Georgia is a beautiful place. Beautiful place. And like I said, it's a pretty big house. I mean, and she said it has a brand new roof over it, which is, a big plus, a big plus in the sale of real estate. So, and it sits on a pretty good sized lot. You got some land. It's got some beef around it. So I don't know. We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. So that is I just gotta wonder, is she selling the house to try to, pay for attorneys and help Leilani? Is she trying to help Leilani um, you know, get some, you know, lawyers behind her? I don't know. I don't know. Is she selling because she can't deal with all the stress that, you know, goes with the house now? You know, I'm sure something like that would make something that once was so beautiful seem so, you know, sometimes people want to get away from that, right? They need to get away. So, I don't know. I didn't hear that he divorced her. I did not hear that the guy she was with divorced her. I know that they owned another, her husband owned another house a little ways down the road, to my understanding. So they might have just, took back up residence there and let that property go, is what I'm thinking. I mean, that's my thought. I don't know. Yeah, that's all in the tanks. What I'm thinking, it's probably getting pretty costly paying for all those attorneys and yeah. And I'm sure she's trying to do all she can to help Leilani, you know. The problem with parents, one of the biggest problems with parents is, you know, we want to believe everything is our fault. Like if our kids, if your kids don't turn out right or they mess up, it makes you think, where did you go wrong? What did you do to cause it? Um, you start searching yourself instead of your child. And hey, lots of love to you, Carla. Um, you start searching your own self. Parents have an issue with blaming themselves for all their children's issues and problems. And you shouldn't blame yourself. You have nothing to do. You can raise a child, you know, with everything in the world, and it still turn out bad because that's what the child chose to do. Yeah, that could be true. That could be true. I mean, she could be selling the house due to the simple fact that, you know, the simple fact. I thought she had another son though that lived with her at the other house. I think she's selling because she can't live comfortable there. And I can't say I blame her. I can't say I blame her because, there's a lot of hate now. There's a lot of hate in that area because of everything that happened. So, you know, um, and I don't blame Billy Joe for selling out and trying to get away from there. That would be really hard living in a house where a child, because every room has Quentin in it, right? Every room has his laughter, his little pitter patter feet running through it. I mean, if you're in the kitchen, you remembering in there. If you're in the living room, you can remember him running around, laughing, smiling. I mean, you could remember getting him off the staircase, right? Every kid tries to run up the staircase. So you can remember, having to put up the gates and make sure he didn't get around the staircase. So, like, everywhere you look is Quentin. And that's got to be really hard on Billy Joe because you could tell she loved that little boy. She truly loved him. You know, I can hand her that. She truly loved that little boy. So, wanting to get out of there, um, yeah, I think I would want to do so too. It'd be too much. Hey, Ruby Rainmaker, good to see you, sweetie. Good to see you. God bless. But yeah, absolutely. That's one of the things that is happening right now. She's got the house on the market. It's pretty much emptied out. There's only like two beds in the whole place, some desk, no computer or anything, just a printer left in there. It looks like the kitchen. It looks like she's already moved. She looks like she's already packed up and gone. It's just stagery. It's stagery right now for people to come in and out and so forth. So wherever she went, she's already there. Hey, much love to you, Annie. Good to see you in here, girl. Yeah. So, right, you know, I know she loved that little boy, and I know she didn't ever expect her daughter to end up doing what she did. So, you know, we're all sorry about that. We're all sorry about that. I don't think anyone, I mean, you couldn't see that coming. There's no way. Your own child doing something like that, you couldn't see that coming. Absolutely not. Um, but I really hope Billy Joe finds peace somehow, some way, right? I hope she finds peace somehow, some way, because nobody could see that coming. Absolutely not. Um, I don't think you. I mean, nobody expects their child to do what Leilani has done. I mean, it doesn't matter how bad your kid is. You would not ever believe that it was capable of doing something like that. No mother, no mother could believe her child would do something like that. Okay, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um, but yeah, you're not going to, you know, to suspect that at all. Um, at all. So she had to have seen bruises the mother was giving him there, plus bruises even the neighbors knew. She told Justin. Um, yeah, I'm sure she did. But your kids lie, right? I mean, I'm sure Billy Joe asked her about the bruises upon Quentin while he fell, or you know, he's a toddler. They fall and get hurt. How dare you accuse me of whooping my child to the point I will bruise it. Um, so forth and so on, right? And you being a parent, you want to believe. You want. I'm going to tell you, parents really do want to believe their children are saints. Parents really do. I mean, even though you see all the signs, even though you, even if you don't want, parents are blinded. I mean, they got rose colored glasses on, right? That's why when your kid messes up, you say, "Oh, it's your friends." Right? It's your friends. It's the company you're keeping. It's this and it's that. If your kids are, falling behind, it's because the teachers are not doing their job. They're not teaching good enough. Um, we always want to blame everybody else instead of ourselves, right? So, or the child. We'll even blame ourselves before the child. I mean, I can see where Billy Joe was coming from. I you know um I think I can, because my kids ain't saints. They're far from little saints. They're pretty decent kids, but saints, nah. And you know it's not like I ain't had a problem or two. It ain't like I haven't had a problem or two. And you know and I know how you want to blame other people. I can't do that. I can't i can't blame my kids' little friends, because I can't do it, because I know my kids make the choice themselves. You know, they got a voice. They know how to say no. They know right from wrong. And if they do wrong, then I do blame them. I do blame them. Most parents probably don't, but I do, because I think it's important to make people take self blame. If you do not make your children take self blame, then they'll grow up blaming everybody. If you blame their friends and you blame everybody else, you know, besides them, they're going to grow up and probably blame you, right? They're probably going to blame you for all of their problems. And, don't blame me. Don't blame me for your problems. I got my problems and I can't got nobody to blame but myself. And they going to be blaming themselves too, right? They're gonna blaming on their issues on them. That's how you become a better person. When you learn to take self blame and blame no one but yourself, then that's when that's when you know that's finally when you have grown up. That's when you've grown up and become a better person. Is when you understand everything ain't someone else's fault. It's your own. And it can be changed if you want to change it. The only one that can change anything in your life is you. So And that's when you have a better life. When you stop blaming others, you start fixing everything in your life. You become you become a better person. And and that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing, you know. So, but it takes, it takes a long time. It takes a long time for some people to, you know, to learn that. It takes a long time for people to learn that. I mean, I learned it early because my parents weren't going to let you. My parents wasn't going to let you blame everybody else. Trust me. You mess up, you mess up. They didn't want to hear. They didn't want to hear about nobody else. They want to hear about you. And so yeah. And it wasn't no timeout. Oh no. Man, I wish that it would have been, you're getting time out. Go stand in a corner. Man, that would have been paradise. That would have been paradise to go stand in a corner. It would have been paradise to go sit in a little chair. It'd have been paradise to get sent to my room. I don't care if they took everything out of it, including the bed. Right? Oh, hell no. Nope. Wasn't about that. You mess up, man, and you're gonna feel it for a few days. Trust me. You're gonna feel it for a few days. Gonna be a few days before you could mess up again. Trust and believe that. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Trust me. I didn't have no freaking cushiony childhood. That's for sure. That is for sure. Yeah. Yep. No lie. No lie. I got put through a scanning machine when I was about 16. I was about 16. I'm going to tell you what. The doctor went up in the air. Totally and utterly up in the air, right? Yeah. I had so many fractures and everything. It was unbelievable. The signs of abuse was horrible. So, absolutely. I did not have an easy childhood at all. It was bad. It was bad. So, you're lucky of God. You got to thank God. You got to thank God that He pulls you through, everything. He decided to take Quentin. He decided to take Quentin. And Quentin is now where all of us are working hard to get. That's where Quentin is. And if we do everything right, in this life, we'll see Quentin one day. We'll all see Quentin one day. So, you just gotta do everything right. I know that White Boy has had a live tonight all about PG. I know that, and I will leave White Boy to God Almighty. God can deal with white boy a lot better than PG ever can. You know, um, what white boy is going to find out is the same thing that Day Day is going to find out, and a lot of other, um, a lot of other Pinocchio people that want to cross the line where things are none of their business. Um, like Lisa Kay, right? I heard her running off as well. Um, Lisa Kay's having issues because, I don't even know why. I don't even know why. She acts, she acts like she knows it all. Um, I heard Day Day lying again. I heard her lying again, saying that, oh, PG's name's Catherine. Well, I told her it's not, right? I've told her it's not. Leave these innocent people alone. Oh, but I know because she said, um, my name ain't Catherine Gracie Morrison. Um, and she said her middle name. She said her middle name on Day Day. It was Jinkies. It was Jinkies screaming Catherine Gracie Morrison. That's where the Gracie came from, was your sister. Why don't you keep up with the program? Why don't you keep up with the program? If you guys are going to lie, at least keep up with it. I did not ever accidentally say nothing. Nothing. Period. Right? Absolutely not. No. I didn't accidentally say anything. Day Day. I did not accidentally say Gracie. That came from Jinkies. Keep up with, keep up with what's going on. Why don't you talk to your sister? She's the one that came out with some Gracie thing. Now, is that the lady's middle name? I don't even know. I don't know. According to Lisa Kay on Day Day, that is not the middle name. Can I say what it is? Sure. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Say whatever you guys want. Martha Sissy Morrison. Well, that's close. That's close, right? These two names are close. I don't even know what make that make sense. Make that make sense. Martha, Catherine. Martha, Catherine. Sounds like two different freaking names to me. Sounds like two totally different names to me. Margaret, Martha. I say, well, M and M. Some's got nuts, some's don't, right? M and M's. But what it? I'm sitting there like, am I watching some kind of comedy show here? What are you talking about? Oh, I'm sure she sold a big, beautiful house for $400,000. Um, no, she works in a factory. She works in a factory, and when the whistle blows, toot toot, and it's time for lunch, she runs out and she does a live during her lunch break, according to Lisa Kay. Right? I ran out on the parking lot. Okay, everybody, let me do a quick live. Does that make any sense? I don't think so. I don't think so. you know, um, I know why White Boy was upset. I know why he was upset, you know, and doing a live on PG. It's because of this.
What? My mother hollering up the steps asking me who I'm talking to. I'm talking to my friends. Mama, quit bothering me. How much more of this can I take?
Yeah, that's, that's why he's upset, right? That's why he's upset, right? I know it. I know. That's it, right there, right there. You know, um, I'm going to tell you what, uh, White Boy, Day Day. Let me tell you guys something. I don't care who you think PG is. I don't care anymore. If you think I'm these people, come and get me. Come and get me. Come get me. That's who you think I am? Come and get me. Because I got a feeling these people going to get you all first. They're going to put a lawsuit on you, and you're going to be paying. You're going to be paying for putting these people's lives out here, innocent people out here in a YouTube community that covers true crime. I mean, you are putting these people's families at risk. You're putting their families at risk. And I really think, you know, that at some point, these people are going to, they're going to get lawyers and they're going to do what needs to be done um, to you all. And don't say I didn't tell you. They're probably going to have their attorneys get a hold of YouTube. And, you know, that's not going to be good for you nor your channel any longer. So, just saying. Just saying. But, that's why White Boy was upset. That, that was it. And, but, for real, straight up for real. Do you see the resemblance? There's Dewey. Look, look. Now we know what he looked like. Now we know what he looked like as a child, right? Now we know what White Boy looked like as a child. What's that? Spot the difference. Spot the difference, right? Yeah, yeah. There you go. There you go. Right? Let's see what else we got. Oh, yeah. And because of all of this, because of the because of the little escapade with the law. Looky here. Look, he's got to go everywhere on his little pony. He's got to ride his little pony because he ain't allowed to drive a vehicle, right? He ain't allowed to drive a vehicle. He has to go everywhere on his little pony. Um, Terrible, terrible. Yeah, that's why he's upset with PG. He's upset with PG because of this.
What? My mother hollering up the steps asking me who I'm talking to. I'm talking to my friends. Mama, quit bothering me. How much more of this can I take?
I told my mama I do what I want. Bedtime still 8:30. Right? Bedtime still 8:30. Yeah. There you go. Right? Absolutely. Oh God. Yeah. You know, I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna leave White Boy. to God. God can handle him and Day Day. They lie. Liars, liars, liars. It's horrible, you know. And Day Day has the audacity to act like, oh, and PG couldn't do anything else more to me. Um, Day Day, I didn't ever do nothing to you before. I didn't come at you sideways to build my channel. You came at me. On numerous occasions, you came at me. You've always been coming at me. Always. Always. You know, um, you're not a good person. You're not a good person at all. You're not a good person. You know, that's why I don't like you. I love you, but I don't like you. If you want to make that make sense. I love everyone, but I don't like you, Day Day, because you are not a good person. You are a snake. You turn on people's backs. You're very rude. You're very mean. You're you're just not a good person. I wish you were. I wish you were, but you're not. I don't know why you feel like I don't know why you feel like, you have to turn on everybody. I wish you could I wish you could be the friend. I wish you could be the friend that other people, you know, was to you. I wish you could be the friend, you know. Your problem is you don't know how to be the friend that you want. You want people to be, you know, always have your back, but you ain't got theirs. And I don't have time for snakes. I don't have time for snakes in my life, man. I've had too many already. And I'm sorry about that, right? I'm sorry because people like that, they alter your life. They alter your life. They make you to where you feel you cannot ever trust anyone at all, ever, right? People like that mess up everything for everyone because they're the people that you're afraid everyone else is. And even if those people ain't, you won't let down your guard. You won't let down your guard because of people like that. Because you don't know who is and who ain't. I mean, you trusted them at one time, right? You trusted them at one time, and what did they do to you? You know. Hey, Diana. God bless. I trying to catch that. Hey, girl. Member for 15 months. All right. All right. I appreciate that. God bless. God bless. Absolutely. But yeah, you know, that's just what they do to you. You know, Day Day has made bad with not just PG. She's made bad with a lot of people. Um, you know, she's made bad with a lot of people. I mean, okay, we could blame it on PG if PG's the only one that she's made bad with, right? But she's a lip lock no more. Good to see you in here, sweetie. God bless. Um, much love to everyone. A much love back. God bless. Yeah. And hey Justin, I seen you in here. Catch them pearls. God bless. God bless. Good to see you in here, my brother in Christ. God bless. Um, yeah. So, Absolutely. Absolutely. We could blame PG if Day Day hadn't made bad with Justin, Ziggy. Um, I mean, is there anybody she hasn't made bad? It's Mally. Oh my goodness. Even Michael Vaughn's mother, a missing child's mother, right? A missing child's mother who did nothing but ask for some respect for her son on Day Day's panel. You know, and Day Day lit up like a, you know, a freaking firework and shot off to the moon. I mean, come on. It was crazy, right? Just crazy. I'm like, well, it is what it is. But, you know, she can't get along with anyone out here. It ain't PG. It's everybody. Everybody except for people like, I mean, she even, like right now, who's that one guy? Who's that one guy that she keeps having on her panel for a long time there? You know, the guy that has his own channel too. I can't think of it. You know, he always has that avatar. He always, or if he opens his camera, he's got like oh goodness, Matthew. That's it. It's Matthew. Absolutely, Matthew. She's even made bad with him now, right? She made bad with Matthew. I mean, you know, it's either her way or the highway, right? Her way or the highway. There's no meeting you in the middle. No meeting in the middle, right? Um, it's just how it is. Well, people ain't gonna let you run their life. People, humans in this world, ain't gonna let you tell them how to act, how to live, how to do. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. You know, this ain't your world, man. This ain't your world. This world belongs to everyone. And everyone has a right to live how they want to live, do how they want to do, right? I mean, it's just how it is. God gives each human being a life to live, right? When you're born, nobody's breathing for you but God, right? No, you know, God gave you a breath of life and he lets you keep it. He lets you keep it every day for as long as you're here on earth. He lets you until he decides to take it back. He lets you breathe. You know, all glory to God. All glory to God. You know, your parents didn't knit you together in your mother's womb. God did. Your parents didn't breathe the breath of life in you. God did. When you came into this world, God gave you your own little life to live. Now, he gave you caretakers to take care of you and to guide you on the right path, to love you, care about you, and guide you on the right path throughout life, right? To instill the things in you that you were going to need to be able to go forth and become who you are today. But what I'm saying is, yes, your parents, they take care of you. They're supposed to raise you to be a productive adult in this society out here, to become whatever you want to be, not what they want you to be, but what you want to be. Your parents are supposed to say, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be? What is your interest? Right? What do you want? And then they're supposed to help you achieve those goals. Now, sometimes, down the road, maybe you want to be a fireman or a firefighter when you're in grade school. Maybe when you get in middle school, you want to become an actor. Maybe in high school, you will want to become a rocket scientist. Those interests might change, but regardless what path you're on, your parents are supposed to help you grow in being what you want to be. So at the end of everything, you succeed at what you truly want to become. No matter what it is, it's okay because it's your life to be living. And they're just supposed to be there. They're supposed to just be there for you, right? They're supposed to be your support group. They're supposed to be cheering you on. You can do it, right? You can do it. And when you become whatever you become and you become successful, then it gives you an opportunity to now help your parents, to be there for them a little bit the way they was there for you, right? To show them how much you appreciated all they done for you throughout life. It's it's a success story all the way around if it's done right. Um, that's what I'm saying. And a lot of children, don't have that kind of story. I know, right? Quentin didn't have it. Day Day, you know, can sit over there and she can sit over there and she can put up with, the wells if she wants to. But Summer didn't have it. Summer didn't have the success story, right? Summer didn't have that. But everybody in this world, Summer was given a life. And she was given, not two. She was blessed with three caretakers. Not just a mother and a dad, but she was also blessed with a grandmother. She had three caretakers that could have influenced all four of those children's lives. Could have really made something great out of those kids. Could have, they had the money, right? They had the money. They were just wasting it on the wrong things. If they'd have been putting that money where it needed to go instead of where it didn't need to go, all four of them Wells kids could have been a big success in life, right? They could have walked around with their heads up. They could have gotten, they could have got perfect grades. They could have really went somewhere in this life. But they didn't go nowhere because why? The caretakers that God blessed with those children did not see the gift that God had gave them. No, they didn't see the gift that God gave them because they were too selfish, self-seeking, worried about themselves and a whole lot of things they shouldn't have been doing. And those children had to pay the price for that. Those children had to pay the price for all of that. You know, could Candace Wells um, educated herself better, dressed nicer, acted, you know, acted more upstanding. Absolutely. Could Candace Wells have been putting the money where it needed to go? Absolutely. Could Don Wells have educated himself more and put that and hired people, more people to help so he could took on more buildings, made more money? Absolutely. I mean, the skills that Don Wells had, he could have really made a lot of money. And he could have, he could have afforded to build a new home up there. They could have really afforded to have nice things had they been more educated. But Don Wells didn't want education. He didn't want education. He didn't want, to utilize his money where it needed to go and have something in life, right? Don Wells wanted to get up in the morning, go work enough to keep his habits up. He didn't think about food in the refrigerator for the kids. He didn't think about new clothes on the kids' backs, new shoes that fit them, coats for the winter. He didn't think about, doing everything righteously. He didn't think about, paying for some insurance so his kids could have, perfect teeth in their mouth, right? A bright smile every day. He didn't think about these things. He didn't think about, keeping his kids away from people who have, lice and scabies and all this stuff, right? He didn't think about that. Because he was too busy. He was too busy. Him and Candace were too busy, not even living in the real world. We all know that alcohol takes you away from real life. It impairs you. We know that substance abuse impairs you. You cannot function. You cannot function normally when you're constantly staying impaired. What I'm saying, if 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 alcohol is your number one goal to get a hold of today, that's your number one goal, is to get your booze. You got issues. You got problems. Something's wrong with you. For real. You are not going to ever go anywhere if that's your number one goal. No way. Unless you were born, with a silver spoon in your mouth and someone left you a lot more money than you would have brains, you ain't going nowhere. Trust and believe me. In order to succeed in this life, you got to have a clear mind all the time. You got to be able to balance your checkbook. You got to be able to put your money, where it's going to bring you the most, where it's going to help you the most, right? You got to be able to, you got to have this life worked out. That's what I'm saying. Money for clothes, money for food, money for the roof over your head, money for transportation. And you got to figure out how much all of this cost. And then, you got to proceed in making sure that whatever you're doing in this life, you know, exceeds how much it's going to cost you to live every day. Right? Exactly. You've got to balance that checkbook. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm going to tell you something. I mean, what I'm saying is, it's a good ideal. It's a good ideal. You can print out a calendar, right? Anybody with a computer and a printer can print out the monthly calendar. And you can, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you can figure out, you sit down, you make a list. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner Monday. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner Tuesday. And then you go to the grocery store and you stick to that list. You stick to it. You don't go outside of it. You have the snacks there. You have the ice cream there. You have the little things, right? But you don't go outside of that store list. And you run your household off of a budget. You run your household off of a budget. Because if you don't, you know, then your children won't be having clothes. They won't be having food. You may not be even having a house, right? You can't, what I'm saying is, you can't get up and think about, oh, all I got to think about today is, where is some liquor going to come from? Or where is some substances going to come from? Where is some goody good going to come from? Because there went your food money, there went your clothes money, there went your house money. Your kids suffer, you suffer, everybody suffers. Right? It might not be so hard on the parents because they're not in the real world all the time. Right? I mean, take Candace for instance. Take Candace for instance. I heard she starts at 5 o'clock. By 6 o'clock, she's already wasted. So really, Candace gets up, she gets up 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when she gets up, and you get up, you've been drinking the night before. We all know what it's like getting up in the morning drinking the night before, right? You feel like crap. So it's going to take her till at least noon to even know she's in the world, right? So she's got 5 hours. 5 hours. 5 hours a day to do everything that needs to be done for her, for her family and everything. She's got 5 hours to clean that whole entire house, to go to grocery store, make sure those kids got food, cook, well, at that time, the kids probably maybe would get something to eat about 1 o'clock. If they're lucky, you might be able to get them something to eat, around 4 or 5 o'clock before she starts her escapade. Okay, so, all right, 4 or 5 o'clock, great. She's, she's got them something to eat. Well, these kids they only got 2 meals, right? They got 2 meals. They got a sandwich, and a dollar store pizza, if they're lucky, in a whole day. After that, they have no mom. They'd have no mom till noon the next day. They ain't got no dad because he's sitting there indulging in the same thing that Candace indulges in, maybe even worse. So they ain't got no dad. They ain't got no granny because granny's out in a camper, right? Talking to somebody. I hear she keeps old people up there, some old alcoholic sometimes, and other people. So they ain't got no granny as well. I mean, she was going to the hospital to get pain medication, right? She wanted pain pills. Um, to my understanding, I don't know, but that's to my understandings, allegedly, and got pretty pissed off when she didn't get them. So does she have a substance abuse issues too? I don't know. Maybe, possibility, big possibility. Yes, she does. So you got three people, three caretakers that God has put into these children's lives, and none of the three can take care of these children. None of these children have someone to lead them in the right direction. None of these children have no one who truly cares enough to lead them into being what they want to be in life one day. So, at the end of all of it, we've got three boys in Child Protective Services, right? Two allegedly are begging not to go home. And then we have one completely missing. One completely missing, and that's the truth. One's completely missing. And now we look back up on the hill. We look back up on the hill at these caretakers that God blessed them with 4 children. And one ran off, right? One of them came off that hill, man, and the smoke still going up from where she left so quickly, which was Grandma. And then I don't know who got out there faster, her or Andy Bernard. We understand why Andy was kicking it off the hill, right? Because we understand why he was kicking it off the hill. He had Jody Sue, right? He had Jody Sue behind him. So, okay, that's understandable. But why did Grandus come off the hill so fast? She's got a missing granddaughter. Why she fly off that hill so fast? Gotta wonder about that. And then you got Donald and Candace sitting up there, right? You got them two sitting up there. They can't tell the truth to save their life. They can't tell the timeline of June 15th, 2021. Law enforcement's been trying to get the timeline from 2:30 to 6:30. They still haven't got it. To my knowledge, they still haven't got it to this day. No, they are not cooperating with law enforcement, right? No, they're not. I mean, it's a mess. It's a mess. And, what does Candace have to say? What does Candace have to say what does she have to say? when people want to talk about summer, when people want to ask questions about summer. All this isn't about summer. We're not talking about summer over here today, right? Candace, why are you out here? Why are you in Day Day's chat? Why are you in White Boy's chat? Why are you out here if you're not seeking to find your daughter? Why are you out here if you don't want to talk about your missing daughter? Because I know for a fact that Brandy, Michael Vaughn's mother, comes out here because she really wants to talk about her son, Michael. She wants to find her son, Michael. Now I know why Brandy's out here, because Brandy wants to help. She wants her son's picture out here until he is found. She wants the whole world looking for her little boy so that she can have closure in whatever happened. I understand, Brandy. But why are you out here? Why are you out here? Is what I want to know. Because you're not talking about, and you have people attacking all of us who are talking about your daughter. You're having all the people who love and care the way you're supposed to, the way that you and Donald and Grandus are supposed to. You're attacking all the people that are doing what you, Grandus, and Donald should have been doing. You guys should have had a YouTube channel. You should have been out here putting up Summer's picture. You should have been talking every single day for the last 2.5 years about your daughter. You should have been the ones doing all of this, working diligently to get answers for Summer. But you haven't. Matter of fact, you say it ain't about Summer. How can you say that? How could you even go on someone's channel that isn't going to talk about your daughter? How can you even support a channel that isn't going to help find your child? Because you don't want your child found. That's just common sense right there. I'm not going to say allegedly, because it's truth. It's truth. The truth is, you, as a parent, are not out here to seek your child. You, as a parent, is out here for I don't know what freaking reason. I don't even know. I don't know. You want to make friends. You want people to be your friend. And you want them to be your friend so you can somehow reap some benefits. Get what you can while you can. It ain't about your daughter, your missing little girl. It's about you trying to get and reap some cash so you can go piss it out like you've been doing for years. Right? That's what it's about. You ain't put none of that money from day one, Summer coming up missing. You haven't put none of that money into her reward fund. Oh, on the contrary, you guys didn't want it once you found out you couldn't get it. You didn't put no money into the billboards. that went up. You thought they should give you that money instead of doing that. Yeah, Donald actually told me that. Also, all the money that you guys, all them gift cards that you were getting, and just like Kathy, the friend, said, you'd have 6 cards and you would dump them out. And if they didn't have nothing in them, you just throw them in the garbage. If they were empty, they went in the trash. You didn't put those in your little keepsake summer box, right? You didn't put it in Summer's box. You didn't say, hey, these are cards from people who care about summer, who love summer. I'm going to keep every card in that box in case Summer comes home. She'll know how many people loved and cared about her. No. You dumped them out. If they had any money or gift cards, and you trashed them. Because you know what? The sentimental part didn't mean nothing to you. It meant nothing to you because you wasn't seeking, you have no love from what I'm seeing. Just saying. You have no love, you have no kindness, caring, or anything in your heart for your own daughter, Summer Moon Utah Wells. All you have in your heart is for yourself. Selfish and self-seeking. Because if you really loved your daughter, you would have been taking those cards and keeping every last one of them. You'd have been sending these people back a thank you card for caring. You would have been taking the money out of those cards and putting it towards anything you could to find your daughter. Anything you could to help find your daughter. You would have been putting it into extra grills. You would have been putting it into extra grills and a great big ice machine, and so that you could have tons of people who are offering to search for your daughter up there searching. You would have been holding cookouts every weekend for search parties, for people to get together, go put up flyers everywhere, big cookout afterwards, to show your appreciation for all of their help. You would have been doing something. And you know what? And that's what you would have been videoing. That's what you would have been on here videoing, is how much you appreciate all the kindness, caring, and love by all of these people who loved your daughter the way you supposed to have. But you didn't. You didn't. You didn't. And I find that suspicious. I find that very suspicious, to say the least. I really do. You know, a child doesn't get put in a house and come up just gone in 2 minutes. They don't get put in a house and just gone in 2 minutes. That don't happen. It doesn't happen, you guys. It doesn't happen. I'm sorry, but I just can't believe that. I can't. And neither, I don't think law enforcement does as well. Ronnie Lawson said no signs of an abduction. None. None. Andy said BS. Abduction? BS. Yeah. I growed up, he said, right here in this area. Abduction? BS. Right? That's what Andy said. And that was Andy Bernard. all of these people, like when they was handing out flyers, oh yeah, I know about this. The parents did it. Those parents done it. Killbilly had to, we ain't here to talk about that, right? Well, on Killbilly, you got to talk about it. You got to talk about it because anyone and everyone who has been out here or even live in that area and knows those areas, you know, like the little girl, playing down. Grandpa's in the house asleep. She's down on the road playing. If Creepy Dom wouldn't have came by, that little girl would have been totally and utterly safe that day. The only person that came down that road and bothered that little girl was Donald. And the only reason he did was because he saw an moment where he thought he could get the focus off of him by actually trying to act like another little girl was in danger. And he saved her. She wasn't in any danger. I bet she's played down there forever and a day. It's a dead end road. Nobody comes anywhere in that vicinity but Donald. I don't like the fact that he told the little girl, I'll see you later. That was weird. That was weird. But the only reason that he stopped and did anything was due to the fact that he felt it could get him brownie points. Take the focus and the guilty look off of him and Candace. That is exactly why he did it. And I knew it. I always knew it. So it is what it is. It is what it is. But it goes back to each and every person in this life has their own life to live. Summer had one to live, and she should have been blessed with the righteous parents that let her live it. Nobody's going to let anyone else live their life, and they're not supposed to. Once you become an adult, you make your own decisions. Whatever your decisions are up to you. Day doesn't get to make other people's decisions. She doesn't get to tell other people how to live or anything else. And another thing that I don't like is she says, oh, Justin, he's running all of these channels. He's telling these people what to, I'm going to tell you something. Nobody tells me what to do. Nobody. You don't tell me what to do. And nobody tells Smelly what to do. And nobody tells Ziggy what to do. Justin runs Justin's channel. And all of us run ours. Justin is not Alibaba, and we are not the 40 Thieves. He does not tell us anything. I want you to get that correct right now. Do not blame anything else on Justin. Nothing else. Like I said, I take responsibility for myself. I will have to take it when I step before God, and I will take it now, and I have always took it before. I don't blame my parents. I don't blame my siblings. I don't blame my friends. I don't blame anyone but myself for what I do. Justin does not tell anyone anything. He does not run or operate anybody's channel but his own. The rest of us run ours, and we are responsible for what we do on our channels. So stop blaming him, because it's BS. I just want to put that out there. Justin is a beautiful human being. A beautiful human being. And you would have known that, Day Day, had you got to know him instead of being rude and mean and ugly. And what you did is you saw that your channel, your subscribers were above the other channels that you had been going sideways out to build it. And you saw Justin had a little bigger channel than ours. So you wanted to try to go at him to build your channel even bigger. Because that's what you do. You pick on each level to try to build your channel. That's what you done. And it didn't work out for you. It didn't work out for you. Why? Why? Because somewhere God has to stop your evilness. And that's where it stopped. Justin is a really nice person. He did not deserve to be gone at the way you were going at him. Absolutely not. But you know what? I thank God for Justin, because I'll tell you why. I'm a hard ass, right? Everybody knows PG is a little hard ass, right? People don't even think, they don't think I feel anything. All PG's got a spine of steel, right? That child is mean. Well, I'm going to tell you something. And I don't get the sympathy. I don't get the sympathy that Justin would get. Because see, Justin, everybody knows Justin is a sweetheart. Everybody knows that Justin, man, he takes it to heart, right? When people go at him like Day Day did, he takes that to heart. And he's soft. He's kind. He's caring. That's why Day Day didn't get away with it. See, if Justin would have been a hard ass like PG, then people would have just, did the same thing they did to me. Maybe he did deserve it. Maybe this, maybe, but see, everybody knows Justin wasn't a hard ass. And they truly seen what was going on and what was happening. They seen it. They seen who was really at fault, which was Day Day. And she was really at fault with me as well. She was really at fault with me as well. But I didn't get the sympathy because, you come at me sideways and it don't work too good for you, right? Don't work too good for you. And then she played the victim. She couldn't play the victim with Justin because he's too kind and caring. He really doesn't, he doesn't stand his ground, What I'm saying is, sometimes I think what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Justin wasn't doing that. So, Day Day didn't get it over on him. She didn't get it over. Matter of fact, her channel's pretty much, you know, flush, right? Flush. Yeah. I can, I can hear it going down in my mind. Right down the commode. You know. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know. It just is what it is. And then another thing, another big mistake is when you start, you start hollering, suey, 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 suey. People, people don't want to hear that. This is a virtual world out here. If you're going to dish it out, be big enough to take it in. If you're going to dish it out, be big enough to take it in, right? You need to take it in. Don't be, don't be, what I'm saying is, if you're going to stir the pot, you better be ready to lick the spoon, right? That's the way it is. I don't stir no pot, right? I don't stir no pot, so I don't have to worry about licking any spoons. But Day Day does. And White Boy does. They stir it. And Day Day thinks that if she can't control you, if she can't tell you, I mean, the people that are over there, I'm going to tell you, she says jump, they say how high. If they don't agree with everything she's saying, or like if someone says, oh, I don't agree with that. What? Well, I'm going to tell you something, Miss Millie. You, Maj, you just take care of Millie there. You just take care of Millie, because we don't want no Millie in here. Right? Oh, you done messed up, Millie. Oh, Millie's out. I done blocked her, says another mod. Yeah, who needs Millie in here anyway? How long's she been in here? I don't even know who Millie was. Well, I know who she was, and she's been in here a pretty long time, but I don't care, because if she ain't going to be agreeing with us, she got to go. No. No one in this world is born to agree with you. If they agree with you, if they do agree with you, then you look up and thank God that you're on the same brainwave. If they disagree with you, you look up and you still thank God, because they just gave you something to think about. Maybe you were the one that's wrong. Maybe you was the one that was wrong. Maybe you need to think about it. But either way it goes, you know what? If they disagree with you, you're supposed to still hug it out and be friends. Everybody ain't going to agree with you all the time, and that's okay. That's okay. We need to thank God for everyone God puts in our life. Not be throwing them out because they don't agree with us. Right? I'm going to tell you something. If that was the case, if that was the case, I'd be standing in my yard all the time. Right? I'd be standing in the yard all the time, because my kids do not agree with what I want to make for breakfast. They don't want to agree with what I want to make for lunch. They don't want to agree what I want to make for dinner. Right? They want something else. Oh, let's make some eggs and bacon and, and toast. No. How about pancakes? What? But yesterday I was going to make pancakes and you guys wanted bacon and toast. Well, today they want something different. How about if we pass all of that up and just go out for breakfast? Um, yeah, well, who's paying? Right? And I'm going to tell you, there's four of them, one of me. Where does that put me? In the yard. That puts PG in the yard. We're not agreeing. So if what I'm saying is, when you disagree, you can't put people out, right? Hey, Virginia, I appreciate that. Member for 8 months. Yes. Yes, your channel, PG, Justice for Summer. Amen. Oh, Texas Brat, 8 months also. Much love, lady. Summer's Army always. Amen. Absolutely. And Tracy, hey girl, I appreciate that super sticker. Yes, that will help. That helps, girl. God bless. God bless each and everything. Any kind of support for this channel is a blessing, and I thank God for each and every one of you. Absolutely. But yeah, it just is what it is, right? So anyway, learning compromise, a true lesson. Absolutely. Absolutely, Brandy. It is. It is. Um, you know, and ourselves. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. I agree. Um, you got to, you got to compromise, you got to give in. You got to give in. Right? Somebody has to, let's make a happy medium here. Right? Let's find a happy medium. So absolutely, absolutely, I agree. But not at Day Days. You're not going to get no happy medium. I'm going to tell you something. This virtual world out here is still America, right? It's still America, and it's still freedom of speech. It's still freedom of speech. You have a right. You have a right to your opinion. Hey, if I don't like your opinion, well, I can spin around in my chair. Who cares? Right? If people don't like my opinion, they spin around in their chair. It's just, it's just the way life is. And when we're done spinning, we can hug and we can move on. That's just the way it is. You know? It's life. It's called life, and I love it. Right? I love it. I love the fact that God gave each one of us something that no one can take away. And that's our choice, to think however we please, to act however we want, to be whoever in this world we want to be. Right? He gave us that. And I'm thankful, because I'm going to tell you something. That's what makes this world go round. It really does. It makes the world go round. When I see people with those headsets in their hair, in their ears, and they're bouncing around, dancing, right? Just maybe at a crosswalk, or going through a store, and they're just like getting with the rhythm, and doing their little two-step here and there. I'm going to tell you what, man, that's what makes life go round. No matter, if you're having a bad day, and you see somebody just, sway into that music, having a good time, don't care, it just puts you in a whole different mood, right? It's like, what the heck am I all down and out about? What's my problem? Shoot, you're ready to two-step with them, right? Get you out of your funk. Okay. It just is what it is. It is what it is. You know, people dancing in the rain makes other people laugh. You know, you see somebody you see somebody out there on an icy sidewalk, they're trying to slip slide away, having fun. That's what makes the world go round. You have too many people today saying, you know, don't don't dance in the rain. Why is these people always got these headsets in their ears? Why this? Why that? They want to live everybody else's life. Man, you need to stop and start living your own. That's what you need to do. You really need to stop and start living your own. If you concentrated on yourself and your family as much as you concentrate on other people, you'd have a hell of a lot better life. That's what I got to tell people. And that goes for old Day Day over there, right? That goes for Day Day. That goes for White Boy. White Boy concentrating all on PG tonight. He's concentrating all on PG. Yeah, White Boy, I'm going to tell you what. I got something to tell you. There you go. Don Wells ain't the only one that knows where to sit permanently, right? Yeah, you want to be his whoopee cushion. That's what I hear. That's what I hear. I hear that White Boy wants to be Don Wells' whoopee cushion, right? Oh, well. I don't know. I have no idea. It is what it is. But you know what? If White Boy would put all of that focus, inside his own home, if he would put it upon him and his family, he might become a better citizen in this world, right? He might become a little smarter and stay the hell out of jail. He might actually get his license back. Where he needs to be focusing is on himself, not on PG. Man, focus on you. Make your life better. Leave me the hell alone. Just leave me the hell alone. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you the same thing I'm telling Day Day. You could work all day, work all night. You ass still ain't going to ever know who PG is. You know why? I might have opened this avatar. I might have opened it, y'all, at some point. But you know why I won't now? It's because people like that, no one will ever know who PG is because of them. So when everybody doesn't ever know who PG is, blame it on them. Blame it on them. Because they're the reason I won't ever expose myself now. And that's the truth. I wouldn't give them bastards the satisfaction of ever knowing who I am. Ever. Yeah, it is what it is. But like I said, I'm gonna put White Boy, I'm putting Day Day in the hands of God. He can do with them better than I can. God knows that, you know what, I haven't even been out here. I haven't been out here for a few days. And I'm going to tell you what, talking about nobody, I haven't been out here, period. But you know what? They were all ganged up in White Boys talking about PG tonight. Matter of fact, I wasn't even coming in tonight. I wasn't coming in here tonight, y'all. I've been having some things going on, and I was not coming in here. Actually, I was needing to take a few days. I was needing to take a few days, but you know what? I got kind of forced in here tonight, and and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But here I am. Here I am, and and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Even if you're leaving these people alone, they can't leave you alone. Now, Donald Wells, I'd like to have a moment directly to you. Directly to you. There's something I've been hitting on recently that is putting a real here in your backside, obviously. I must be hitting on something that is absolute truth about Summer's case, or you would not, you would not be so up in the air having these people at me. The one thing I know about you is you only have people come at people when they are close, like you did with Chris M. Like you did with Chris. Remember, Donald? Yeah, I remember. So do you. I'm going to tell you something. I know that I've been hitting on something that's truth. And I know another little secret that's bugging you pretty good as well. You know that I back Ryan and his wife. You know that I've been initiating Ryan and his wife. And I know that I asked them to go into Ben Hill Road and search around some certain properties. And I think that's bugging you as well. So all you're letting me know is that, you know what? Whatever you're hiding is close. Whatever you're hiding is close. And truth is coming out. So you know what? That's your bad. That's your bad. You don't really know how to play cards, do you, Donald? You don't know how to play chess. I doubt if you could even play a good game of checkers, to be honest. Yeah. I really do. I don't think you could play a good game of checkers. You know, I guess you would have to, the best you could hope for, die in your sleep, right? I guess so. When it comes to playing cards, as Kenny Rogers said. Yeah. Trust me, Don Wells ain't gonna make nothing playing poker. Absolutely not. He don't even have a poker face, right? He don't even have a poker face. And when he sends people poking at me, oh yeah, I know I've been hitting on something. I know I have. And White Boy's been all over PG, along with, with and I'm trying to be nice tonight. I'm really trying to be nice tonight. I really am. So I'm just going to say Day Day. I'm just going to say Day Day. But he has been, they both been, really, really showing themselves. And Lisa Kay, I'm going to tell you something. For real, you need to back up, because I will straighten your perm. For real, I will put some stuff out here that will actually take the curl out of your hair when you see it. You really do not want to mess with PG. You're the last one that wants to mess with PG. Straight up. I'm going to tell you something. You show no receipts whatsoever. But I got a ton of receipts. I got a ton of receipts about Rose's case. I've got a ton of receipts about everything you don't know. And I do know. Matter of fact, you were talking about Summer's case and didn't know half the stuff people were having to tell you. You didn't even know. You didn't even know. Who the one lady was that was up there hanging around all the time. Squad Tit. You had no idea who Squad Tit was. Everybody knows who Squad Tit is. Right? Like there's nobody that don't know who Squad Tit is in all of this case. But you didn't. You know nothing. You say you know everything, but you know nothing. What you know is when someone says up, you want to say down. When someone says over, you want to say under. Right? When someone says, oh, jump, you say stand still. Because you always have to, some reason, go against the grain. I don't know why. I think it really is some kind of mental issue. I mean, but I'm not going to try to figure it out for free. Now, if you want to talk to me, if you want to talk to me at some point, give me a big old super chat or big old super sticker. I might zone in and try to figure out what exactly is wrong with your mental capacity. But I'm telling you, I don't think it's anything that you don't already know about. If I had to say, I'd say schizophrenia. That's what I would say when it comes to you, schizophrenia. You're just freaking weird. You're just weird. You're like Weird Al. You're freaking just weird. It just is what it is. She's not a narcissist. Absolutely not. No. Something in her head says if you agree, something's going to happen. So she's afraid to agree with people. Some kind of fear keeps her from being on the same page with what someone's saying. That's more the long lines of schizophrenia, to be honest. Just saying. Freaking weird. Just freaking weird. Every time I've ever seen her, because when you come up, I say you got to open the camera because, sometimes people try to come up under someone else's name. But every time I've ever seen her, her hair's sticking straight up in her head and she's laying in some bed looking weird. And I'm like, I mean, maybe she's tired. I don't know. But I mean, every time it's like the same picture, right? I'm like, wow, I would expect something different at some point. But, it's like, who lays in a bed all the time like that, right? Who just lays Can you even get up? I don't know. Just saying. You know, I'm not trying. I'm really not trying to go at these people. I really just want them to not be coming after PG. Leave me alone, right? Why are you coming after me? I mean, the only thing I'm out here doing is, trying to help keep Summer's picture and name in the spotlight where it should have been from day one. I'm just trying to, get all the help possible to get her found and brought home and justice served. I'm just, and that's the key word right there, get justice served. Because the people that feel their justice is going to be served upon, you know, don't want us out here keeping Summer in the spotlight. And who is that someone's? Donald Wells, Candace Bly, Wells, Grandus, right? These are the people. These are the people. And the sad thing is, it's the people that God gave this beautiful little gift to watch over and take care of. It's the gift that He gave this baby to. That's sad. That's sad, man. It's sad when they want to shut people down because they're afraid of justice being served. It's like, they want it all to go away. They want it all to go away where Summer's concerned so they can get away. So they can get away with what happened, but still be supported. Still, be accepted out here. They don't want their daughter accepted out here, looked for, found, brought home, justice served, but they want to be accepted out here. How the hell does this work? Could you tell me? Could someone make this make sense? It don't make sense to me, because the parents of a missing child only want their child. They don't want to be accepted by you. They just want you to help find their child. They're not trying. They're not trying. If they make friends, great. But it ain't friends they're trying to make. They're trying to get their child in the spotlight and get their child found and returned to them. I'm sure Brandy ain't concerned. She's not concerned about being accepted out here. She's concerned about her son being in the spotlight and being found and brought home. That's what her concern is. That's her whole agenda of being out here, is for her boy. I want to know, what is the Wells agenda? Because it's not Summer. It's not Summer. So why be here? Why show up? Why make people dislike Day Day? Why make people dislike Day Day? Why make people dislike White Boy? Why make people dislike people that could be helping to find this little girl? If your agenda isn't to find her yourself, why are you doing this, Donald, Candace? Why? Because you're evil. You're evil. You didn't care about hurting Day Day and her channel. All you care about is having your somebody to attack the people who love and care about Summer. You don't care about White Boy. What you want is someone attacking people who are out here for your daughter. That's what you care about, and that's terrible. It's terrible. And personally, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that Day Day is being used like that. I'm sorry that White Boy's being used like that. I really am. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Because the Wells are making hatred that doesn't need to be made. They're making hatred that does not need to be made. Right? That's what they do. That's what they do. They want Summer's channel disappeared because Summer's channel is what keeps law enforcement on their toes. Right? They want Summer's channel took down because Summer's channel is what keeps her face out here and keeps people searching, like Ryan, his wife, and a lot of others. Summer's channel irritates Don and Candace. It irritates evilness, right? Righteous always irritates evilness. Evilness cannot stand righteousness. They can't. They can't. And how Lisa Kay got pulled into all of this, I don't even know. I don't even know. Don't even ask me, because I don't know. Right? Why she was over there with her hair sticking up, talking crap, I don't even have no idea. I mean, that is one human that I don't even think about. Doesn't even come to my mind. Right? Unless someone brings her up. Like, her and Pam. Her and Pam was having some kind of spat or something. And obviously it's pretty bad because it really got to Pam. What Lisa Kay's trying to say, Pam said, and that's why I think she's got, some kind of mental thing going on. It's because Pam says, I got 3 sisters. Oh no, you ain't got none. What? I didn't say up so you could say down, man. I didn't say over so you could say under. I said I got 3 sisters. And you're telling me I don't? I mean, this ain't one of those things that your mind's allowed to make up for me. Right? Just because you say I don't make it true. Just because you feel that, this little voice is telling you, oh no, you ain't allowed to have no sisters. What the hell you talking about? I do. Right? And you can't, your little mental condition can't go against that. But that's, that I guess is the spat between them. And it got Pam pretty upset because one of her sisters happened to be passed away, right? One of her sisters happened to be passed away. So that really, that really got to poor Pam. And, you know, and no matter how much Lisa Kay says, it isn't true, it is. Because Pam's been harping on this for a long, long, long time. I mean, it was just recently she finally couldn't take it no more. But I mean, I've been hearing Pam harp on that for like ever and a day now. So, and trust me, Pam knows. When someone says something, Pam freaking knows. She does. I mean, Pam listens to everything. Everything. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, she even wants to tell you you ain't got family. If you tell her you ain't got no family, she'll probably tell you you do. But if you say you do, she tells you you don't. I don't know what's up with that. I really don't. I mean, that's weird. That's freaking weird, but hey man, I'm glad it's her, not me, right? I'm glad it's her, not me. That's all I can say in areas like that. But, but I don't know how she got drug in, got herself drug in. But I do appreciate her admitting on White Boys that, she was one of them that searched into one of these families, right? She searched into that Kathy Gracie Morrison or whoever that lady is, and she admitted it. She admitted it. And I made sure I downloaded that one. I made sure I downloaded all of that. Right? Because when these people come out and I get word that this Martha and this Catherine and all these people come out, I'm going to have this content to give to these people, to their lawyers. Because I want to make sure that, those lawyers get every name that was involved in that kind of BS. You are not allowed to be searching up people for malice reasons. And it says that when you go to search someone, you are not allowed to be using it for maliceness, because that's against the law. It plainly states it, baby. I know. And you even click to where you understand that it is against the law. So you know what? There you go. There you go. That's a lawsuit. That is a lawsuit right there. And it also carries time in jail. It carries time in jail. You are not allowed to do what these people are doing. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So, it is what it is. I didn't search anybody up in Ohio. So I don't know. I don't know what their names truly are. I didn't search nobody up in Tennessee. So I don't know what Martha's name really is. I don't know none of these people, full lives. I didn't search them. I didn't go, looking up people. Hey, that's evil. That's right there is evil. That's malice. You know you're doing wrong if you are to do that. There is nobody out here in this YouTube world Nobody out here in this YouTube world so important to me that I need, that I need to get into their business like that. I don't even care. I don't even care. I don't care who is who, what is what. It doesn't make a difference to me if you want to open your camera or you don't want to open it. I don't care if you got your real name out here or something different. I don't care. It's not my business. I thank God that you're here to be a voice for the voiceless. I thank God that you're here for the right reasons. I think that it is a beautiful thing that people congregate together like this for a purpose and a meaning. And man, that's what I do. That's what I do. I just thank God for everything. I really do. I'm sorry to see, you know, I'm sorry that I was pulled out here tonight when, I felt it was important for me to be elsewhere doing something else. Um, and that's okay. That's okay. You know, that's all right. But I will leave these people to God. I know He'll deal with them better than me. White boy, I'm going to leave you to God Almighty. I don't care. I don't care how much you talk about Martha from now on. I don't care how much you guys congregate over there to talk about this Catherine lady. I don't care if you guys talk about, Margaret. I don't care if you talk about, Susan. I don't care who you all talk about no more. I really don't. These people are at some point going to get justice for what you guys are doing to them. They are not me. That's the only thing I need to say. That's the only thing I need to say. My name ain't Martha. My name ain't Catherine. My name ain't Margaret. My name ain't Dusty. My name ain't Patricia. Right? I'm none of these people. I'm none of these people you guys have named. Those are not my name. And that's all I got to say from this day forward. When you go and you talk about these innocent people, may God be your judge. May God be the one to reap justice against you for your evilness. May your sins be upon your own heads, and anything else evil that you do from this day forward be upon you. In the name of Jesus Christ. I'm done with you. I'm done with you completely. I'm done. From now on, I come out here. I will be discussing missing children's cases, Summer Moon, Utah Wells, and any other case that the Lord lays it upon me to be covering. That's what I will be doing. But I will not any further address Day Day, nor will I address White Boy in the future. What I do is I pray to God that these people stop being so sinister. I pray that God opens their eyes and let them see the way the Wells have used them as a pawn of evilness out here in a world where they can make a difference for missing children instead of being used as a pawn of hatred towards people that are truly doing the right thing. I choose to stick with my God, and I will not come out here and go at any other people from this day forward. You know, that's the one thing that I don't like doing. If you took note tonight, I have not cussed because I do not need to cuss to get my point of view across out here. I am highly intelligent enough to do it without using foul language. I could have blowed up a storm tonight, but you know what? I'm not going to drop to these people's level any longer. They're not worth it. They are not worth the salt that goes in their bread, let alone me feeling like I'm defying my God to drop to their level and be, you know, going back at them the way they're coming at me. I'm not going to do it no more, you guys. It ain't worth it to me. I've got a heaven to gain and a hell to shun, and I am going to gain that heaven regardless. I'm tired of the sinisterness out here. I'm tired of the hatred out here. There should be no hatred in a place where you are looking for little missing children. It should be all love and kindness here. It should be beautifulness out here. It should be people sticking together as one for these babies, because that's what these babies need and that's what they want. And I'm tired of everything else. I'm tired of the rest of it. Just saying. Day Day, I love you, but I don't like you. White boy, I can't even say I love you, man, because I don't even know you. I don't even know you. But I'm sorry you feel that you had to come at me the way you have. And I'm really sorry that I felt that I had to come back the way I did. So you got an apology from me. I won't look for one from you, but you got one from me. I'm big enough to say, I'm sorry. This hatred needs to stop. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. I will shut this channel down to stick with my God. I will shut it down to stick with my God before I come back out here. Before I come back out here and have to feel like I have to lower myself to the level of pure evilness. I will shut it down first, because I'm not coming out here for that. I'm coming out here to help these missing children be found. I'm coming out here to hold hands with an army of people who want to bow their heads and pray for these missing children. I'm coming out here to do what's righteous and to seek righteousness in every way for these missing babies. All of this ugliness is not going to bring no child home. I feel that God might not even hear our prayers if we continue to act the way we're acting, continue to be doing what we're doing. It scares me. It's, it's not righteous. It's not righteous. I have been out here 2.5 years feeling like I have to lower my standards all the time. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. You know, This ain't what these children would want. Summer wouldn't want this. Michael wouldn't want this. Evelyn Boswell's case wouldn't want this, right? The West boys wouldn't want this. None of these children, none of these children, these children need people. These children need people who God has respect for and God's ears want to listen to through Jesus Christ. These children need a righteous, a righteous community holding hands, praying for them so that God will answer. Not a community of hate going at each other all the time. Don and Candace Wells, the one thing I know about them more than any of you will ever know is that they're sinister and they love using people like that they can as a pawn to do evilness against other people. And that's sad. That's sad. You know, they didn't ever like Day Day or Christine or any of them. And they don't like them now. They don't like them now. They're not ever going to like them because they're going to always remember everything they said about them for damn near 2 years. I don't care if you want to be my friend now. Damage done. Damage done. You accused my husband, you accused me, you accused everybody. Damage done. I'm bringing you up. Hey, Justin, how's it going?
Hey, darling. Hold on. I need to fix my audio. Something's wrong. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
there we go. That's better. We are bringing Classy back. That's
Amen.
what we're doing. We're bringing Classy back. I am
Absolutely.
so proud of you. It's not worth it. It's just
No,
not worth it. I
it's not,
was
Justin. And
arguing with a couple people, and
and I
I'm
think
thinking,
every,
for what?
I, I'm going to tell you, it's the devil, man. We've been letting the devil get to us, and we got to stop. These children
Mhm.
don't need this. These children need uprighteous, upstanding, uprighteous citizens holding hands together and doing what's righteous. I mean, do you really think God's going to hear our prayers when we're going at it like this? No.
Mhm.
It
Mhm.
scares me, man. And
Well, we're going to be
what I'm
accountable for this one day. We are. Everything we've done, we're going to
absolutely,
be accountable for.
and why are we not being accountable for doing everything righteous? Why ain't we being accountable and coming out
Mhm.
here talking about love, kindness, and caring? Why ain't we out here to really just do the right thing for these babies? Why ain't we out here to, if we're going to do something, let's not spread hate, let's spread love.
Mhm.
Instead of the arguing and the hatred and everything, why don't we do something different? Why don't we actually, take time to listen to some good things in other people's lives? Why don't we take
Right.
time to, get to know our chats better? Why don't we take time you know, to really bond and become the army that these children truly need in this world? I
Mhm.
mean, if we're going to do something, man, let us hold hands and do it right.
Mhm.
You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? That's it. It just I'm not dropping to that level no more
Yeah.
because I don't feel my God is happy with PG doing this, and
Mhm.
I'm not going to do it. Like I said, I will leave before I continue doing this. It's
You're right.
just too much. It's
Yeah.
it's too much, Justin, and there's we're missing out on so much by going at them people and stuff. I mean, we are missing out on so much. we're missing out on really getting to know one another, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
We're missing out on. I
Well,
mean, I know in this chat, please put a one in the chat if you've had something beautiful happen to you today. If you had something beautiful happen to you today, please put a one in the chat.
every day, every day, every day.
Look, so many people, so many
Mhm.
people.
Mhm.
And and I don't know what those beautiful things are because I am so busy dealing with the hate that
Mhm.
I don't know what beautifulness these people are, what they had to share today.
Right.
I have no idea. But you know what? I'd like to know. I'd like to know how God blessed them instead of going at Day Day or going at White Boy. I'd like to
Right.
know what blessings these people got today. I would like to hear that. And from now on, these are the things I'm going to take time to get to know.
Mhm.
Nothing more, nothing less. Because you
It,
know what? I don't only want to know, but I think God wants to know too.
it's not only good for everyone as a community. It's better for you. It's better for your subscribers. Um, and there's people that we may never get along with. That's okay. Uh, I don't focus on. I don't focus on it. I wish them well. Kumbaya, and I move forward and I work on my cases. I talk to my
And
subscribers. I,
I
you
want to
know,
be the first to let you know that the case you just covered, um, my God, uh, the young mother, pregnant mother,
mhm.
and ain't his name Matthew?
Yep.
Was his name? Yeah,
Mhm.
you did an awesome job. I
Thank
watched.
you. Thank
I
you.
was able to watch in on that, and you did an amazing job doing
Thank
that.
you.
I
Thank
wanted
you.
you
I
to
appreciate
know.
it. That's very kind.
Absolutely,
Um,
absolutely.
we're naturally judgmental as human beings, but we have to
Take time to get to know
understand.
each other.
Yeah, yeah.
We've got to take time to understand
Hmm.
that we're not going to always agree. But what I'm saying is, like me and you, I think we have bonded you know, a form of love between one another. I think,
Absolutely.
you really care about me. I really care about you. I mean,
Hmm.
we have bonded a friendship that I feel at this point cannot be broken between us.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
it's and the point being is I wish all these people could form the same, and we both agree. We both agree that we need to be here for the children. We both agree that we
Hmm.
want these children found, brought home, and justice served against the evil ones that do these kind of things to little kids.
Hmm.
You know, why why would we not love one another when we're full agreement
Hmm.
for the very reason
Right.
that we're supposed to be here?
And those we can't agree with, like, for instance, like I can understand just about everything. The things that I can't understand is harming children, disabled, elderly, like people who
Absolutely
can't fend for themselves.
right.
And those are the things that I cannot understand. Like in, Matthew and Savannah's case, yeah, he was dealing. It's not a secret.
Right.
It wasn't my lifestyle or anything, but I also look at how they grew up, right? And they both come from a line of uh, trauma and life similar like that. And they are lives that should have never been taken, regardless. Just because you're a dealer or you're an addict or whatever doesn't mean. And the baby, oh my God, the baby, you know what I mean? Didn't
That
even get a chance.
that was
So,
absolutely horrible.
so it's It's tough. It's tough. But it's just not worth it, PG. At the beginning of the year, I made a decision that I was just literally done with it. I don't mention names or anything. I'm not going to leave a chat if, my friends are talking, about him or anything like that. Um, but I'm
Indulge
just
in
not,
it.
yeah, yeah,
Indulge in it.
yeah,
That's where I'm at with it all.
yeah.
That's where I'm at. I'm just sad and I'm sorry that the Wells were able to use them as a pawn to do such evilness against us, you
Oh, yeah,
know, to be
yeah.
able to use them as that kind of evilness against us.
Hmm. Well,
But
they're going to have to learn that with their own
right.
selves. You know
And
what I mean?
I'm sure in time they will, their eyes will be open. At
Well, the
least I
Wells
hope
have
so.
never carried a long-term relationship with anybody in their lives. That's not, they come from the like the homeless, everything, the homeless camps and stuff. That's what Don did. So everything is just a very temporary relationship. What can this person do for me at
Right.
this time?
Absolutely.
How can this person
Absolutely.
serve me? If they can't serve me by defending me financially, something, then I really don't need them.
Well, I'm going to tell you. Hey, Suzanne, I appreciate that. God bless. God bless. I appreciate your support for Summer's channel. Um, I tell you, you're exactly you're exactly right. The one thing I know about the Wells more than anything else in this world is I had to be touching on something to get them,
Mhm.
for them to get these people to come at me the way I did, they have. Um, Absolutely. I'm touching on something. What? I don't know. But I know, it's just a matter of me going back now and figuring out. I know one of the things, I know for a fact, one of the things is me supporting Ryan and me talking about him going inside of Ben Hill Road.
Right.
That's about the time it really started up. Um, with that white boy. So, so I know that that's one of the things I have touched on. Hey, Gracie, I appreciate that. God bless. God bless, girl. Amen. I appreciate your support for Summer's channel. Yes, I do. Um, but yeah, so I know one of them, and I mentioned Fred Hill's property down the road. I think there could be something to that. Um, and also, as you said, you know, Don and Candace, Donald and Candace tapped into Day Day because, they seen that she had, a pretty good way of bringing in the cash, right? To bringing in the cash. And they wanted to get in there with that cash flow. And they did. $480 in Arkansas, right?
Mhm.
Um, they have a PO box for I don't know if you know or not, but Candace has a P.O. box in Harlem, Kentucky, where she gets a bunch of stuff and they pick it up for her, make sure they deliver it to her. And,
Well, PG,
you know,
you have heard Don say this one on one, like Don has said, if that person can't benefit me, I don't, if I can't use them in some way.
oh, he did. He did.
I remember that. Yeah.
When Allie, it was when Allie and Cam came up on his property. They were supposed to, Donald and Candace had this, this, they had in their heads that when Cam and Allie came up there that they was going to go to lunch and go right. It was going to be more like just an outing,
Mhm.
They were just going to go BS off, right? And anyhow, Cam and Allie came up there, and Cam was taking pictures. And this is what Don told me. He said Cam was walking all over his property, him and his old lady, and that they were, doing video and pictures and all this BS, and that, they didn't get to do anything that they wanted to do because they were being so effing nosy around the land and everything, that they didn't get to go out to lunch. They didn't get to go riding around the area, and
Mhm.
fake search for summer like they wanted to do. They didn't get to go out and pull the wool over these guys' eyes and having a good time.
Mhm.
So anyway, um, Donald said that their asses finally left. And he said that you know, if he said, listen, sissy, listen, you know, if they don't, if they ain't a plus, their asses the hell out of here, right?
Mhm.
And I laughed and I said, what else am I supposed to do? I mean, it's Donald, right? He's talking the way he talks. And what else can you do but laugh, Yeah, I know
Mhm.
what you're saying. And, they're going to be rolled, because he says rolled off the hill. Their ass is going to be rolled off the hill. So in your mind, you're seeing, this little chubby guy rolling down a hill, right? And his old lady right behind him. So, of course, you're going to laugh. I mean, whether you like it or not, you're going to laugh because this is in your head. And you guys
Mhm.
know me. Shit gets in my head, man. I don't even like. But
Mhm.
anyway, yeah. So, I said, yeah, I see what you're saying. And then, when as time progressed, I said, hey, or, is that Cam and Alley panning out? And he said they sure was. He said that, they were getting materials. They were taking their chat to the cleaners, um, to help fix the house. But Don said he was pissed at Cam. I said, pissed at him? Why are you upset with him? If they're getting people to help you, that's beautiful. Why would you be upset? He said because Cam was still in the shit, and the stuff, instead of these people are supposed to be given things, and he felt that they were holding back on him, like not giving everything that people's given, stuff that's being sent to them. They're not giving it to the Wells. And so Don was accusing him of stealing, and was pretty upset with him. And then I guess the final straw, when they actually got rolled off the hill, which I knew they were already going anyway. Um, but the final straw was because Cam stole Candace's um, Candace's gift card to some wing place, right? It was to some kind of wing place. I don't know. It was to
Mhm.
some place that sells wings and chicken wings. And anyway, that, Candace lied when she said um, she kicked them off the hill because they was up there, doing substance. That was a damn lie. And you know it, Candace. Candace kicked Cam off of there because somebody said they sent her a gift card and Cam didn't give it to her. So that is where, you know, their departure came. So they departed with the it don't mean a thing chicken wing. Right? And I thought that was funny as hell. I really did. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was funny. Matter of fact, they even made a meme of Cam eating a chicken wing. But you know, it's true. It's true. That's exactly why they parted, was over a freaking chicken wing gift card. And Candace lies. She always be telling lies, right?
Mhm.
Always. And at the time Donald was in jail. So when he got out of jail, he was already mad at Cam and Allie because he felt they was stealing before. And then the gift card on top of everything was just, a double kind of dipper. And um, so that all went south, just like Benny. I told Benny he was getting rolled off the hill right before he got it. I knew, I know when these people are about to get tossed. But you couldn't tell Benny a thing, right? He was still being mean, coming at everybody for the wells, wasn't he? Came at me hard. He came at whoever Don and Candace want to sick him on. That's who he was on. And the same way with Cher, they want to do the evil biddings to try to keep these wells in their pocket. And I'm going to tell you something. It ain't worth it, man. It is not. Do not do the devil's bidding. Don't do
Yeah,
the
it's
devil's
best
bidding.
to just let everyone do what they're gonna do and just,
Hey,
stay in your lane. And
I felt bad for Benny because Benny was starting. Benny was really starting to. I think Benny was starting to get right with God there for a second.
Mhm.
I think Benny really, I think Benny really was starting to try to get answers. I think he started to see his airy ways, and I think he knows that just like me and you, we're gonna have to answer to God at some point.
Mhm.
And I think that he really was trying to get some answers for Summer and change up and so forth. But because Candace was trying to send Donald to jail so Benny could come there. Candace had it hard for Benny. I mean, really hard for Benny. I don't know if it was the song in the car, you know, you
Mhm.
won't ever be lonely. Um, you know, I'm not even going to try to sing it because I ain't trying to hurt nobody's ears with Candace's song. But you know, when Benny wouldn't go back, you know, and I don't blame him, when he says, I can't do it, I just can't do it. Yeah, I understand, dude. Perfectly understand. But, you know, I don't know how he did it the first time. I mean, Benny took he took one for the team, right?
Oh yeah.
When he went up there, he took one for the team. Um, but yeah, I understand. But Candace, Candace had a husband. Benny wasn't trying to slide into Donald's bed or whatever. And
Right. Of course not. Yeah.
and you know, and Candace came out and made a real booty of herself, right? She made a real booty of herself singing that song um, for Benny, and and the embarrassment and everything, the embarrassment and everything. She shouldn't have. What I'm saying is, she shouldn't have embarrassed. She embarrassed herself. Benny didn't embarrass her. She embarrassed herself,
Yeah. Well, of course.
and
Yeah.
she needs to take self blame for embarrassing herself because Benny had nothing to do with that. And she had no business coming on to Benny anyway because she has a husband, Donald Wells, right?
I
She sits
think
there,
he associates niceness with like
lust
someone.
and love.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, the same thing with Ernie Shell, right? Same thing with Ernie. She was always wanting to, you know, see how close she could get. I think if any other man would take her away, she'd be gone, to be honest with you. She wouldn't even be with Donald. If she could
Yeah.
find
I
anybody else
agree.
to run off with, she'd probably be gone. Um, you know, and the sad thing is, and this is the real sad thing, is what? Donald's the one. Don Wells is the one that is true and blue in that relationship when it comes to that kind of stuff. Don Wells is the one. Donald is not seeking or looking for anything. He does not hit on any women. Don Wells did not ever once hit on me, nor did I ever hit on him. Period. Absolutely not.
Right.
He knows it and I know it. I'm going to tell you something. Donald does not try. He could talk to 100 women, I think, and he would not be like Candace. He doesn't, he's not like that. Donald's one of those people, he can be friends with male or female, a male
Mm-hmm.
or female. Donald's problem is he's a lot like Day Day. Donald's problem is when, when he's got a friend, somebody he wants to be friends with, then he wants to try to control them, right? He wants to try to tell them, what to do. Um, and he wants to call you up and laugh about some really sinister things that he does to
Mm-hmm.
people. And, and it's not funny. It's not cute. It's not, you know, you're sitting there like, why? What do you expect a whole different type of person out of these two people. You expect someone else, you expect two parents that are what you expect is Brandy and her husband. You expect a grieving mother and a grieving dad and someone really seeking to find their child. And what you end up getting is nowhere close to that. What you end up getting is these two weirdos that want to go at anybody that's getting close to the truth. Let it be on whatever subject, like Chris M was with the sisters up in Utah. Um, Anybody that's exposing them in a truthful manner and shedding light on who they truly are, they try to get these people to go at. They try to, um, capitalize off off of these people. And Candace was doing it, and they use other people. They use other people, and you don't even know. You don't even know half the time that they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Candace, she tried to use Cher, to get all these women's, um, to get all of these women to, um, support her and back her and feel sorry for her. But they said, well, Cher's got a husband. What are you talking about? She's in Canada. What are you talking about? So Candace felt she needed someone else to get her pity party with. And the bitch picked me, right? She picked me. And yeah, she picked me. And I didn't even know I had been picked. I
Mm-hmm.
had no idea that I had been picked to be hated on like this. I mean, I am talking to her, right? She's calling me on the phone, telling me, you know, to get Dawn off the phone because she's in such pain, and I'm sitting there supporting this woman to go outside and do what's necessary. And he got off too. He got off
Mm-hmm.
that phone, and then she calls me up and tells me, they ain't wanting to go to the fair and this and that. You know, and one thing, I mean, this woman's calling me up, telling me about her problems and everything, asking me how to, capitalize and get control of the situation to where, he's going to do what she wants him to do instead of what he's wanting to do, and so forth and so on. And here I am being a friend of this lady that all the time is telling other people that I'm trying to steal her freaking old man when it was no truth to it, right?
Right.
Bunch of bullshit. And and white boy can sit over there and he can say all he wants ugly, ugly about. All I have to say is when, none of the things white boy's saying was ever in my mind. You know whose mind they're in, though, right? His. And does he have those thoughts where Don's concerned? I don't know. I don't know. I know I don't. But maybe he does. I don't know, because I don't know why else he would be saying them. Because, like I said, they're not my thoughts. Haven't ever been. And I know one thing about Donald. Donald ain't going to sit there and say that I was trying to do something that he knows I wasn't. Donald is a pretty awful person. But I'm going to tell you something. Donald don't like to lie. I know that's the one thing about him, is he does not like to lie. And he even admitted on Ziggy's that, I had nothing to do with him. He had nothing to do with me. The only thing, yes, he did talk to me. Absolutely.
I don't think he's a good liar. I don't think
He,
he's a good liar.
he doesn't even like to lie. He doesn't, he doesn't like to lie. I mean, what I'm saying is Donald will try to lie, and if you push him, say, I know that's not true. I know that ain't true. Then he'll speak up and tell the truth. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
If you watch at Ziggy's, if you watch
I don't
over
know
on
about when it
Ziggy's,
comes to summer.
um, you know something? If you pushed him, if if you pushed him, Donald would break. What I'm saying
I
is,
think if he would allow an interrogation long enough, but he knows he can leave at any time. You know what I mean? Like
right,
he knows he
like,
can leave the
like,
interrogation when it gets.
he broke when he said, I got 7 alibis. Candace got none. She's going down. He broke, you know? He's saying, I protected myself. I made sure I had protection. She better watch her steps, because she don't. Law's looking at her, not me. At that time, he felt comfortable that she was going to be the one going down if anybody went down.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? Basically, he's saying, look, Candace, I protected myself. Don't try to threaten me in any way, form, or how, because if anybody's going down, it's you. He was feeling confident. And, why would you say that? Why would you say that if you've done nothing? Right?
Right.
Why would you say it? What I'm saying is, now if somebody took Don Wells and they pressured him, like if I had him in a corner saying, why would you say it? No, answer the question. Why did you say it? There's got to be a reason. He would break.
Mm-hmm.
He would break. It's not hard to get him to break. Candace, on the other hand, oh no. I'm going to tell you what, she starts breaking down, crying. She'll snivel and go crawl in a corner because she knows, that she cannot afford to do
Mm-hmm.
anything else. I mean, that's her to go to. That's her to go to protect herself. And, and Donald's way of protecting himself is, you know, put the blame somewhere else. Like, Andy, Jody Sue, Allie and Hunter, True,
Yeah.
Fred Hill, the
Well,
light
I
black.
think that's the reason Dudley was fired that day.
Oh, yeah. I truly, to me, and I have diligently worked on this case. I mean, I think I have put more into this case than probably anyone else. I've been here for 2.5 years following this and doing all I can do to get all the answers for this little girl.
Certainly have.
And I've been putting the puzzle together, Dave. I mean, let me tell you, I've been attacked. I've been attacked from all angles. Most people couldn't even have held up to what I have already held up to out here. They just couldn't have. And I mean, with the even with all the hatred that this channel had on its back, especially on my own,
On the
you
Ziggy
know,
days, those were tough.
and oh, over there was even worse. Over there was even worse because, you know, I didn't have no mods to, no mods to fend off the real horrible ones that were coming this way. But um, I've have put all these, everything from day one, every conversation together, and listened diligently. I mean, I have listened when I did not want to listen, right? To people I didn't even want to listen to. And it was so horrible. But I did it for Summer's sake, for this little girl's sake. I have tried my best to get all the answers for this baby. And the way it has come down and the way it is totally all the pieces of the puzzles falling is they it was trafficking. I don't care, what anyone says, trafficking, because I'm gonna tell you what, they had her at the for sale barrel, and you could totally see someone was directing her and how to do everything. She was waiting for instructions. She was looking at that camera and she was waiting for someone to give instructions what to do. Then, after this, he takes a picture with her saying how sorry he is and how much he loves her and how sorry he is because he says he's going to know she's going to be gone. And 18 days later, she was. Now, Dudley's leaving the property on this right after this picture's taken. Dudley is in his vehicle leaving the property, and he sees Don and Candace come out the door with Summer, head down, like passed completely out on Donald. Donald's carrying her, and Dudley even shows how he's carrying her, exactly the way he had her in that picture. She comes out, and the boys are hollering, "Where are you taking Sissy? Where are you taking Sissy?" And Candace and Donald get in the vehicle, and they're leaving with Summer by themselves. That's weird. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
then you go on down, and he fires Dudley the day before this happens. He starts driving the Subaru the day before this happens as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Now, I think when it comes to the Subaru, he was like really double dipping because one, the Subaru wouldn't be as notable if he wanted to meet up with someone in that area, like Candace and someone else. Um, the Subaru wouldn't be as noticeable as his work truck. Everybody in that area knows his work truck because he's
Sure.
been working there a long time. So the Subaru was parked somewhere no one would really, bother to notice it. Two, you know, it has Starlink, you know, to show that he was in the area, right? So
Yeah.
he's double dipping. He's double dipping on this particular vehicle, and then he's also double dipping on Dudley because he don't only fire Dudley to blame what happened on, but he also gets to keep Dudley's money to act like he doesn't need any because he's got Dudley's money in the bank account along with
Mm-hmm.
his, which makes more. So, you know, I mean, it was all win-win for Don Wells. All win-win, for him in a criminal act, right?
Right.
And no win for anyone else. And what I'm saying is Don Wells turned a whole community upside down. And then you got to remember that he was telling law enforcement where the child wasn't. So they got to know where it is. They were
Immediately telling them that. Immediately telling them that.
she's missing when they haven't even really looked. Um you know,
Someone
it's
took her.
well,
Not she's not here. Not that she didn't walk off. Not that she wouldn't
right.
walk off. It's that someone took her. We know that. Praying to God that we sent the boys over the hill. They knew immediately, like immediately, they sent the boys over the hill and praying to God that nobody would take them
Them
as
too.
well.
Right.
How do you know that?
You don't. They
Exactly.
hadn't. What I'm saying is,
Hey, PG, I gotta take my dog out. I'll be right back.
okay.
Okay.
You could tell that this was stagery. Everything was a stagery in the Wells case. No doubt in my mind that it's all stagery. They can be, you know, why are we not in jail? Because law enforcement hasn't put everything together yet to prosecute the crap out of you. Other things were getting in the way, like the boys and the boys' cases, and a whole lot of other things. But at some point, they will get around to doing what's needing to be done. And, just like the West Boys, right? It took a while, but hey, and the Evelyn Boswell case, it took a while, right? Mommy's crying, talking about the things her little girl liked and didn't like, and where's she at now? She's in prison. So, it is what it is. You know, why you're not in jail? Well, probably because like all of these other cases, it takes time to get these people in jail. Right? It takes time. But law enforcement will at some point eventually, do what's righteous.
Look at
They will do it.
Harmony's case.
Right. Absolutely. They got, um, you know, I think it's Johnny Cash that sings, you can run on for a long time. You can run on for a long time. Right? Um, but sooner or later, God's going to cut you down. So, you're going to get what's coming to you. Um, at some point. You know, it doesn't matter. The point being is, you know, we will be out here. Summer's face will stay in the spotlight until she is found, until she gets justice at some point. I mean, she will not ever fade into the background until she definitely gets justice for sure. And I think that's what's going to happen.
I think that's
I
what Donnie Candace won, is just the fade and people stop
Yeah,
talking about it.
absolutely, absolutely. And I'm not going to let Dawn and Candace. I'm not going to let Dawn and Candace make me hate on Day Day
You're
no
not worried
more.
about it.
I'm not going to hate on Day Day for you and Candace Donald. Absolutely not. You're not going to get that pleasure from PG any longer. Absolutely not. Like I said, I love Day Day, but I don't like her. I don't
Just
like. I don't
disagree and move on. It's just the best way to do it.
exactly. But I'm sad that she allowed. Uh, I'm sad that she allowed a couple of people that I don't think has a higher IQ than she does
Mhm.
use her the way they have. What I'm saying is, you know, um, I know that Don and Candace is laying in their bed, freaking roaring at night. I know that they are laughing up a storm the way they have been able to cause all of this ugliness out here. What I'm saying is these are two people, these are two sinister human beings, you know, um that I feel, I don't know what they have done with their daughter, but I feel whatever has happened to this little girl, they are definitely the culprits that have done it. That's my opinion. I have the right to believe what I please.
That's
And
95% of people's opinions.
And, I think it's like 99. I truly believe it's like
You're probably right.
99.
You're probably
I
right.
think there's like 1% that that think that think differently. And I'm not even sure if there's that 1%. To be honest with you, I mean, Day Day's got like what, 100 people? She's got like 100 people now. She went from a 500, 600 people to like 100 now. And I pretty sure that if those people could seek anywhere else to be welcomed, they'd be the hell out of there too. I don't think they agree with her being, her supporting the Wells and allowing the Wells to use her the way they're doing for sinisterness.
Right.
I think, but I think a lot of these people, most of the people over there are people who have been banded out of here, banded out of somewhere else. People that actually feel like, where else are they going to be able to go? Um, that so they feel isolated to, isolated to agree with her and go along with whatever sinisterness is going on. But here lately she's over there, just for some reason getting on the Bible, and a whole lot of what she's saying ain't truth. She, it's not true. It's conspiracy, right? It's conspiracy. And what I'm saying is, I don't want to listen to it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to listen to it because it offends my ears. It offends me. There's one Bible, and that Bible's got all the books. All the books is supposed to be in it. Why? Because God Almighty wrote it through. He used these vessels that He put into this world, different people, to write what He had them to write. But at the end of the day, that is God's book. That is God Almighty's book, the only book that tells 150% truth in this world, the bestseller in this world. I mean, that's God's book. And they ain't one page missing. There's not a page in God's Bible missing. Trust and believe me, there's not a page missing unless someone tore it out. And then it's just missing out of the one that they have, because all the rest have all the pages. I know mine does. And what I'm saying is, I don't know if she's over there talking about Enoch and this and that and one thing and another. You know, it's insanity. It's insanity. What I'm saying is, there's one God, one Jesus Christ, one Holy Spirit, lots of angels watching over us, and there's only one Bible. And it was wrote.
And not everything's a demon.
I know. No, not everything's a demon. Absolutely not. Um, to be honest with you, the Bible talks about unclean spirits. Unclean spirits, people house, not demons, unclean spirits.
Right.
And and that's the spirit that that's the spirit that pretty much was with you from birth until you get baptized, and then that unclean spirits get ran off, and if you don't follow God's law and you don't do, it's go and sin no more. If you continue to sin, you continue to do things, then that spirit will come back with other spirits and rehouse you. And and you don't want that. You don't want that old spirit returning. That's why you need to stick with God and not get away from God at any point in your life. And that's what I'm saying. This out here is not worth. This is not worth losing your soul for.
It's
Just to,
definitely
just
not.
to scoop down to some ugly, hateful people's level to try to show them, how they are. How do you like it? How do you like it? To
Mm-hmm.
try to, to try to straighten them up. Well, I didn't like that. I don't think I'll do it to you anymore. I know they continue to do it
It
and
doesn't change
continue to
anything.
do it.
It
And,
changes nothing.
there's just no hope for them. There's no hope for them. You know what I'm saying?
This doesn't change.
No. And you gotta knock the dust off your feet, and you got to move on,
Mhm.
because you do not want to stop and continue taking up your time with something that isn't worth your time anyway. Like I
Yeah.
said, there's so much more in this world. You know, Man, there is so much beautifulness in this world. I just want to focus on it. Like
Yeah.
I said, the people put a one in the chat tonight, man. I seen a train going down through there
Yeah.
with ones, of good things happening in these people's lives. You know what I'd like to do? I like to stop, instead of spend this time on a bunch of hatred, I like to stop and spend a little bit of time saying, hey, what did God bless you with today?
Right.
And be able to show everybody how many blessings God gives to people a day. Because that, man, we'll get a lot more out of that than
Mm.
we ever will anything else. And when we pray, I know God's going to hear us.
Yeah.
And that's what I need in this life. I need
Mm.
to know when we pray, God hears us.
It's himself.
Because we're praying for children, Justin. We're praying for children, man.
Yes. Exactly.
And there should be no hatred out here. There should be no hatred out here. There should be pure love. People should come together like me and you have, like the lab has come together with us, the way Ziggy has come together with us. What I'm
Mhm.
saying is, Ryan's holding hands with us. Brandy was in the chat tonight holding hands with. I mean, man, this is a
Highly
beautiful world.
the blog.
It's a
It's just
beautiful world, ain't it?
yeah.
And full of love right now, and I just want to keep it that way. You know what I'm saying? And I wish White Boy and Day Day and them would see the light. I wish they'd grab our hands and help the way we're supposed to be doing out here as well. I wish we could all do this as one, because this is what this community's about. It's
Mhm.
not about the suspects. It's about the children. It's about the babies. That's who needs our help. Those are the ones, we care about, right?
Yeah. That's
Nothing
exactly
more,
right.
nothing less. Hey, SL, I appreciate it, girl. I appreciate the super sticker. God bless. God bless. Much love. I appreciate the support for Summer's channel. Absolutely. Absolutely. SL, thank you, sweetheart, for the support of the channel. Hey, beautiful sunflower. I appreciate you putting that out for me. God bless. God bless.
And it
Yeah.
says a lot about your character, Peachy. Just knowing that it's not going to change, and it's just not.
Things, the hatred, I hope it does. I'm going to
Well,
continue to pray for it.
well, what I mean is just going the backward and forward is not changing anything.
Oh no, no, Justin, it's time to stop. We're into 2024. Let us bring this new year in with light and love and kindness and caring. Let's bring it in,
Yeah,
with God
I
hearing
would.
our voice instead of all the hatred. Let's bring it in, holding hands and truly working diligently for these children. Let us concentrate on these missing children and nothing more, nothing less. Let us concentrate on our chats and get to know them better and spend more time, indulging in the finer things of life instead of this BS. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I've had it. Like I said, we have a every last one of us have a heaven to gain, a hell to shun. Man, let's shun hell and gain heaven. That's
yeah,
what I'm saying. And let's do everything righteously for a change, and let's see the change in this life. I
yeah.
tell you what, you will see how much God is blessing you, your family, your home, and everything around you if you just work work in the right direction, and that is working with God. And that's how I like to work. I like to work with God. His way's the right way, my way ain't. And I think I've been taking things a little bit into my own hands when I shouldn't have. And I'm big enough to admit it. I'm a big
Right.
I'm a
Well,
big girl, you know. I
that's
know I fell short of the glory of God here lately by trying to drop to the level of these people. I
Mhm.
know God knows I had good intention.
It's our
I
flesh.
know,
Our flesh.
yeah, he knew I had good intention. I was just trying to show him how they are and how it ain't nice to do it. But vengeance ain't mine, saith the Lord. Vengeance is not mine. Vengeance
It's
belongs to
God's.
God. The Bible says, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, not saith PG. And I had no right to be taking it upon my own hands, doing what I had been doing. Um, you know, yeah, I was doing it for for a righteous reason because I was hoping to change these people into better people, but it didn't work. It didn't work, and that's why you let God deal with that kind of stuff, not you. That's why you let him deal with them, and just stay out of the way, man. Don't let your feet be swift to run to trouble. Don't let don't try to straighten people up that can't be straightened up. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And
Someone says something you disagree with, or I disagree with, I just keep trucking. People's like, oh,
absolutely.
well, you need to, say, if someone's call out this
You
person if
need
they
you
say
need to,
misinformation. I'm like, listen, you have to go to, if you go on line and watch the news now, you still have to check if it's misinformation, even if it's the freaking news,
yeah,
So
true.
you have to seek your own salvation, and you have to seek your own story and find out what's the truth and what's not. And you don't got to call them out and scream and squall and bluff and
Uh,
everything.
you know, the thing is, um, we're not supposed to be going at each other out here because this is a true crime community. I wasn't supposed to be going at White Boy. I wasn't supposed to be going at Day Day. I wasn't supposed to be going at Lisa Kay. All of them are supposed to be doing exactly what me and Justin's doing, working for these missing kids, helping to find these missing kids, keeping their pictures out here, doing everything that you can do to find them, bring them home, and get justice for them. That's what we're all supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be holding hands as one out here as a community. The ones that we're supposed to be calling out is suspects like Don and Candace Wells that did not worked harder to keep their daughter from being found than they ever have to get her found. They don't want the searching. They telling people where she wasn't, so they got to know where she is. Like I said, you know, every the puzzle falls in place, and when it falls in place, these suckers look guilty as all get
Yeah.
out. Right? They look guilty. I'm sorry, but that's just how I cannot. Now, one thing I cannot do is to find my God and not be honest and truthful. I
Yep.
got to be
Speak.
honest. I got to
Yes.
be truthful. And and
Speak
and
your truth.
and they look guilty. But I'm not supposed to be calling out other creators. Other creators are supposed to be here with me, you know, calling this stuff out too because it's the truth. They're supposed to be, saying, yeah, they look guilty. They haven't ever done nothing to find her daughter. They're on the contrary, they don't want her found. They are sicking people on us to shut her channels down so that we ain't out here speaking of her, right? And White Boy says, "Oh, I'm on PG because why? I'm on PG because she said that Donald was selling his property and going to Utah." Well, let me tell you something, White Boy. Um, right here, it is.
So is he
He's got
calling?
calling
Did
again.
is he calling you drunk per normal?
I think he is drunk. Okay, awesome.
So what? Don called you. He's drinking and doing his normal behavior. It sounds like.
Yeah,
And
he called me a couple of weeks ago and left that threatening message that he said he sold his house, he's off parole, and he's coming to Utah to get me to break my jaw.
There you go. There you go, white boy. He sold his house. He calls Mary and he tells her he sold his house, which he said he sold his house a couple of times, right, Justin? A couple of times he said he's put it on the market.
Yeah, I've got a
But
listing of him or Candace with the house for sale.
right. But since,
For 70-some thousand, I think it was on
but
YouTube
since
or
summer,
Facebook rather.
but since summer has been missing, since summer's been missing, Donald has came out here and played around saying when they was over in Utah, they were saying they were going to sell the house over there, right? When they was over in or in Arkansas, when they was in Arkansas at the hotel, they were spreading the word that they was going to sell the house up there. And Donald even, I think it was on Day Days. He even said he was going to sell it for like 200,000 or something like that. Remember? Up on the panel, put a 1 in the chat if you remember him saying that he was going to sell the house for like 200,000.
I remember.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
PJ, I'll be back. I got to take my dog out.
Okay.
My dog's trying to kill me. Okay.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes, he did. He said that he was going to. Gisela, I appreciate that. God bless. God bless. I appreciate the support. Thank you, PG and Justin, for what you do for the victims. Justice for Summer Moon, Utah Whales, Purple Hearts. God bless. I appreciate it. God bless. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And we just heard him tell Mary that he sold. It wasn't selling. He sold the house. 200K. Absolutely. He said he sold the house. Right? He sold it. And he was coming up to Utah. So why are you picking on me now, white boy? Why are you coming at me now? Because I just played to you out of Don's own mouth about his house. Right? Just played it out of his own mouth.
That was a couple weeks ago. I got a hold of the cops the next morning. So they've got it all documented. And they just said to get a hold of him if he ever comes or threatens me again, which he did tonight. He started calling me. I didn't answer the phone, but he left a voicemail. And he's something about I was a effing cunt and I'm coming to Utah, bitch. And then he hung up. So
just his normal MO. Don, grow up.
yeah.
Grow up.
Yeah.
You should.
He's 59 years old,
Yeah. 60-year-old man. Like, he is literally a senior citizen now. He's literally a senior citizen. At 55, you're a senior citizen. And you are acting like this. No wonder you say you have the prison mentality. Don.
Yeah.
Stop.
He says, "Are you happy?" And then he sends me a text and says,
for 2 months, bitch.
Right. And I was like, "What's that all about?"
You can't prove shit. All you do is pure lies, bitch. Nasty, hateful. See you.
This is what Day Day and White Boy are coming at people for. This sinister human being that gets a hold of his stepsister that he violated in the past. He didn't only violate her, but he violated her younger sister, and he also violated their cousin, right? He violated the cousin as well. A little 5-year-old girl, a 5-year-old little girl, he violated for years. He comes back when he's 20, 19, 20 years old, and he violates the little sister again, and the cousin, and some girlfriends, right? And from my understanding, possibly a couple of their children, little nieces. And this is what white boy and Day Day want to go at Summer's army for? Really? This is the evil you support right here? Attacking this lady that, clearly does not deserve to be attacked. She only came out here. She only came out to help Summer. They felt that what they went through in the past could somehow pertain to what happened to little Summer because of the type of person Donald is and has always been. They just wanted people to know what kind of human being he is, how sinister he is, to help Summer be found. Everything this woman and her sisters and these people have done, they did for this little girl, to try to help her, to try to help everyone understand how sinister and evil Don Wells really is. Right? And what do they get? They get attacked. They get attacked. It's not right. It's not right. When did we start attacking the victims? When did that happen? When did we start going at the victims and admiring suspects, admiring evil human beings? When did we start making, Hollywood stars out of sinister human beings? Right? Hannibal Lecters. I don't understand. I don't understand. Just saying. I don't.
UNT, I effing hate you, Mary, effing CUNT, lying, BITCH. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. What a life to live.
Yeah, and it
What
looks
a
like he
life
sent
to
me. He
live.
left. I don't know if you guys can hear this or not. Let's see what he has to say. He left me another voicemail. Let's see if you guys can hear it. Because I want everybody to know how he treats me. And I don't even do anything, and it's like, really? Let's see.
Hey, you lying fucking cunt, bitch. Fuck you.
Did you hear that?
Oh yeah, we heard it very clearly.
Okay.
He's definitely drunk.
Here's the other one he left. Here's the other one he left earlier.
Oh, Mary, you're such a dumb fucking cunt. I'm on my way to Utah, bitch.
Well,
so there you go.
And what was cute about that? What was cute about that? Oh, Mary. You could tell Don thought he was being cute. But there was nothing cute about what he did to her. Absolutely not. Nothing. It was disgusting. It's disgusting. But that is his mental mind frame. That is Don Wells' immature mental mind frame. Right? You can't be all there. You cannot be all there to do what him and Candace sit around and do and think's funny. There ain't nothing funny about that. That's disgusting. absolutely disgusting, just like what he done to his younger sister. What he done went back at the age of 19 to 20 and done to Mary's sister again, and the cousins and friends. I mean, I heard there's a real list of people that he violated. Donald thinks he's got some kind of right to be violating people. Did he violate Summer? I hope to God not in the way he did these ladies. I hope to God not. I really do. But I'm going to tell you this. Whatever happened to Summer, now I know early on, before any of we heard, early on before we seen his text from Mary or heard any of the things, he's been saying to Mary, I know Allie came out way early on and told that Don called Summer that C word. Said, oh yeah, he used to call Summer that C word all the time. Like he did Mary and them. If you can talk to your child like that, you see the way he talks to them, to these women, right? That he did that too. And if he was indeed talking to Summer like that, then it's a possibility that yes. I don't think anyone's past Don Wells violating. I really don't. I like to think that he wouldn't do it to his own child. But I'm at the point I really don't think that Don Wells, I don't think that, anyone's safe. Anyone's safe around this guy. I really don't. I think he's capable of violating anyone that, that he thinks he's able to violate. And Don Wells ain't the type that, he doesn't ask. He doesn't ask. He feels that he has a right to take, which makes it even more dangerous. He don't give people a chance to say no, which is way more dangerous. And like he said, Summer's favorite word is stop. He thought that was funny. Are there people in this world that sinister, that evil? I'm afraid there is, folks. I'm afraid, as much as we don't want to believe it, there is some sinister human beings in this world. Just because we have normal minds, we cannot think that everyone does, because everyone don't. There is some really sinister human beings in this world. Don't ever think that someone's like you, because they're not. They're like them, and you better know how they are before you let them around you. You better let them. I mean, just think if you thought Don Wells was like you and allowed him around you. Just think if you let a person like that in your home, thinking they're like you. He's nothing like you. That's scary. That's a scary thought. Right? I'm going to tell you. Be wise as a serpent. Be as wise as a serpent, but as mild as a dove. You shouldn't ever be evil, but you better be able to spot evil when it's around. You better be able to spot it because it's crucial. It is crucial to open your eyes and know it when you see it and stay the hell away from it. But anyway, I know that I know that when I came in, I was going to talk. I was going to talk about Grandus. I wanted to talk about Grandus. I know exactly, because a lot of people say, "Oh, the byline said something about Grandus." That's true, but I wasn't able to get to all of that tonight. It is crucial that I get out of here. I need to, like I said, I had not even planned to come in here, but you know, I was pushed to come in because there's just too much hatred going on, and if I hadn't came in, you know, it would have been a talk of a town. So, no, I'm afraid I am here. But it's sad. It's sad that, you know, when I have more pressing things, that I ain't able, that I'm not able to have time to deal with them. And I have to, I have to be here doing this. It's not right. It's not right. But I will be back, God willing. God willing. I will be back, hopefully earlier tomorrow. Earlier. If I come in, it will be earlier in the day, evening, to finish out what we needed to get done tonight. I'll try to get in earlier to finish it out. If not, then I'll be back. I'll be back when the Lord wants my feet back in here. But I do have to get out of here right now. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys for showing up. There's, like I said, there's too much hatred out here in this community that should be nothing but pure kindness, caring, and love. And I'm going to tell you, this hatred out here is not worth losing your soul over. And if you continue to, be in a cesspool like this out here, where there's so much hatred, there's only one place we'd probably end up at, and I don't think any of us want to go there. So, like I said, I'm not going to continue. I'm not going to continue to come out here and drop to these people's level. I'm not dropping to this awful. I'm not going to allow these people to have me come out here and sin no more. They're not going to get that out of me. When I come out here, I'm going to be covering Summer's case, or whatever case that we are covering, which I will always cover Summer's case. Even if we cover other children's cases, Summer's case will be in the spotlight as well. You guys know that. Because I want Summer found. I want Summer brought home. I want justice for the evil people that did this to this baby. She did not deserve it, and she is out there somewhere, waiting to be found. And she deserves to be found. And she deserves to be brought home. And we will be here until she is. We will be here until she is. But I will keep my focus on Summer and the people surrounding her case. The people surrounding her case that hold the answers to Summer being found, brought home, and justice being served. And anything else other than the people surrounding her case that can actually hold answers to help get her found, I am not going to be addressing no more. I'm not going to be addressing it any longer. If I don't care how hard they tried to come at PG. I'm afraid that they're going to have to go through God to get to me from now on. And I don't think they can get that done. I will not be addressing them again, nor any of their hatred. I just want everyone to understand that. The way it is. Too much good out here. I'm not dealing with the bad no more. You guys are more important than all of this hatred. You guys are more important than, I wish my eyes would have been opened way before now of how valuable you guys are, how kind, caring, and loving you guys are, and how important it was to spend more time getting to know all of you who are Summer's army instead of going at people that did not matter, like the Day. We spent way too much time on all of this hatred when we should have been getting to know one another, getting to care more about one another, spending more time, filling each other's hearts full of happiness, gladness. There's a lot of sadness out here already. We could have took more time to share some beautiful things that could have lightened everyone's day instead of, leaving out of here with ugliness on our backs. And from now on, that's the way I will run this channel. I will run this channel spending my time paying attention to Summer's army, to all of you who truly matter, instead of all the BS that don't. God bless this little girl's army. God bless each and every one that's here for this child and truly wants her found, brought home, and justice for her. God bless all of us who truly love this little girl. And God bless all of us who understand that we have a heaven to gain, a hell to shun, and we're going to work on gaining it. We're going to gain that heaven. And these children are going to gain prayers that God actually hears through his son, Jesus Christ. That's what they're going to gain from this day forth. That's what they're going to gain. Listen, everybody, as I ask every night, please, 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 when you fold your hands tonight, you bow your head, please make sure that you say a prayer for Summer. I will not go out of here before I ask you to please send up those prayers for this baby. I think tonight when you bow your head and you fold your hands, you are really going to be heard. From your lips to God's ears, we're going to be heard. because God knows we're on the right path now. He knows that we understand His will is the right way, ours is not. He's going to understand that we've come a long ways and our eyes are open now to what's righteous in this world. And we're going to start doing that righteousness. So please, when you bow your head tonight, say a prayer for this baby and know that God is hearing it. And tell Him how much she needs to be found, how much we want her brought home, and how much we care about her. We love her. And we want just nothing but pure righteousness for her. In the name of His Son, Jesus Christ. Amen. And pray for one another. Pray for one another. Prayer is the best thing you could ever give anyone. It's free. It don't cost a dime. It don't cost a dime. Let God know how much you love everyone in this world. Not someone, but everyone. Even the Bible says to pray. Pray for those who dislike us. Pray for our enemies. Don't seek justice, but pray for them. Pray for them. They know not what they do. They know not what they do. So pray for everyone. In the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. God bless everybody. God bless. Much love. Good night.
Cows in the pasture moo.